Members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Johnson, Principal Williams, members of the devoted, talented faculty, beloved families and friends, and fellow graduates of the class of 2015. Greetings on this beautiful Bexley day. Right now, I'm sure most of you are wondering, does that cat need us being recognized for something? Oh, maybe he's the valedictorian. No, not special, and I'm not being recognized. And no, Bexley doesn't have a valedictorian. But even if we did, it wouldn't be me. So what is with the red cat? Throughout our lives, there have always been things we wanted the answer to. In elementary school, our most pressing question was, should I trade this Pokemon card or keep it? In middle school, we were faced with different questions, like, can I take the beat bus to lunch and still make it back in time to avoid another target? And in high school, we asked ourselves, is it finally time to ditch the Uggs for hunter boots? Or, more importantly, how many AP classes can I take without being miserable while still impressing colleges? Just when we thought the decisions couldn't get tougher, we are now faced with the most important and serious question of all. What do I want to do with my life? While writing this speech, I asked a few friends if there was something that bothered them often, a nagging question, or one with an incomplete answer. Something that was relevant to their lives every day. When boiled down, each had the same answer. What do I want to do with my life? Some of us are fortunate to know exactly what we want to do, but most of us are unsure. One of the best ways to answer this question is by maintaining one simple yet challenging mindset. Embrace change. It is only through keeping an open mind and trying new things that we start to discover what we're passionate about. It takes courage to poke our heads outside our Bexley bubble and breathe different air. The rewards are well worth the risks of breaking out of our comfort zone. We have countless examples of people in our class who embraced change and reaped the benefits. Evan Cook could have never predicted that when he took a risk by going on a service trip to Guatemala, it would later lead him to create the Bexley Volunteer Organization. And Sarah Beanow never would have guessed that by trying something new freshman year, she would later win the state championship in the Poetry Out Loud competition, along with being awarded first place in a national poetry writing competition. When Taylor Farthing was the first one in his family to try playing hockey, he couldn't have predicted that he would change history by setting the all-time record for goals and points in a Northeast Storm career. And Tyreek Truss, who plans to serve our country by choosing to enlist in the United States Marine Corps with the goal of someday becoming a Navy SEAL. I believe we all should applaud him for his commitment to serve our country. And there are so many others who've shown us what can happen when we embrace new things. People like Sam Dolan, who was the Midwest Regional President for BBYO, or Grant Jackson, who earned acceptance into the top opera program in the country, and Kara Friedman, who was named first team All-State for field hockey, along with an academic All-American distinction. Sometimes embracing new things is easier said than done, but look at our generation. We are known for rapidly adapting to changes. Take technology and social media, for example. First, Facebook was cool. Then, our parents got on it. So we easily moved on to Instagram and Twitter. Fortunately for many of us, our parents felt that 140 characters had no value, and Selfie Sunday was just too narcissistic for them. And when we finally became convinced that colleges might really look at our tweets, we switched gears to Snapchat in the blink of an eye. As quickly as we changed our social media preferences, we also changed our phones. iPhone, then Android, then iPhone again. As each phone got thinner, so did our parents' wallets. From social media to technology, change wasn't something we were afraid of. It was something we looked forward to. And if we can adapt to life's changes as easily as we've adapted to new technology and fashion trends, we will have the resiliency to handle whatever comes our way. In the midst of all these changes ahead, we will carry with us the positive lessons and examples set by our teachers and mentors. They've played a crucial role in changing our high school experience for the better, by allowing us to explore aspects about ourselves that we never even knew existed. There are so many teachers who modeled what it means to be yourself. Teachers like Coach Dustin and Mr. Logston, who walk into school with smiles on their faces every day. Teachers like Dr. Rogers, who gave us the freedom to write what we were passionate about. She created a love for English that I've never experienced before. Miss Groot rekindled my passion for art by never limiting my artistic expression. Mr. McMillan, at semester's end, publicly addressed each student and shared what he saw to be our greatest attributes we offer this world. And Mr. Nolan, today may mark the end of our pursuit of the perfect photo, but even a picture worth 1,000 words wouldn't do justice in describing the time we've spent together. I'll never forget these teachers. I'm sure every one of us can think of a few examples of teachers who shaped our lives, those who encourage us to never stop growing and to never be afraid of changing. Think about the teacher you chose to hand you your diploma today. The memory of what made him or her unique was powerful enough for you to pick them to hand you the last piece of paper you'll ever receive in high school. There's one common thread with all these teachers. They all do something they're passionate about. And in doing so, they have positively impacted many people. We should all follow this example as we start to answer that burning question. What do I want to do with my life? By embracing every change as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery, only then can we find that one thing we're truly passionate about. This process often requires the courage to go against the crowd and do something different, even if it means wearing the wrong colored cap to graduation. Words cannot express how grateful I am to be able to wear this cap along with my peers, symbolizing the time we've spent together and memories made along the way. I want to thank our teachers, parents, and my fellow students for making Bexley High School what it is. I'm proud to wear this more fitting cap with my peers and to be a member of this community, not apart from it. With that said, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our second student commencement speaker. Every time she steps on stage, she mesmerizes audiences, such as her performance as Ellie Woods in Legally Blonde. Please join me in welcoming my fellow classmate and graduate, Carly Hooker.